What's going on, golf addicts? Welcome to the Tour Junkies After Dark, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm your host, DB. I got Pat Perry with me. We are the Tour Junkies. It is After Dark. We've just recorded our own podcast for the Waste Management Phoenix Open 2022. It's really the beginning of golf season. You know, the Super Bowl you got on Sunday night, Waste Management ending Sunday right before that happens. It's a great weekend to be a dude who loves betting on sports, specifically golf and the NFL. So it's a great week for the PGA Tour. I'm pumped. We're pumped. We've hit 2 winners in the last 3 weeks on this very show. All right. So we're going to get into it. We just finished our own show. We had a good time. We're going to have a good time tonight. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, hit the like button here on YouTube on DraftKings, because we're giving you a bunch of content. DraftKings is giving you a bunch of content. Here we are. We're going to do like a 12-minute video, and we're going to give you some bangers, some bets that you need to be on the lookout for, outright winners, top 20s for the Waste Management Phoenix Open. But before we do that, Pat, tell the people a little bit about what they need to know about this golf course, maybe some key stats, that kind of thing.
Yep. So we're at TPC Scottsdale this week. The stadium course, it is a fantastic atmosphere. You know, everybody loves this course. Everybody loves watching this golf tournament because the fans go crazy. It's nuts. We probably get a few streakers here and there.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully. Maybe we could get some female streakers. I feel like we always get male streakers in this golf tournament. And I think we need to go flip it around a little bit, go to some female streakers and just see what happens. That's not a call to action. I'm just saying, like, maybe that's not a call to action. But it is just about 7,300 yards. It's a par 71. You got Bermuda grass here from tee to green. They do overseed these Bermuda greens with kind of a bent / POA mix, but they run pretty true. Okay, so they're not as bouncy as you see with Poana greens like we saw last week at Pebble Beach. So they're going to run pretty true, and they're going to run very quick. We got 132 players in the field this week, top 65, and ties will make the cut. We typically get pretty low scoring this week. The weather's going to be interesting. I'm actually going to be looking at, for the first time all year, there could be a weather wave advantage. And maybe we'll get to take a few first round leader bets. So we'll want to look at that later in the week. That'll be something that could be something interesting. And other than that, just a great course. Looking forward to it. For the stats, for me, I'm looking at form and course history as always, looking at ball striking. Definitely going to take a little added weight here to your Bombers, because this course does play into their hands a little bit more, and par 5 scoring. That's about it, DB. Your past champions, Brooks Koepka last year. A lot of people were on him. He was at 40-1 last year, and this is where the mantra came about.
You hit him last year.
I was on him. That if you get Brooks Koepka over like 30-1 or whatever, 40-1 range, and you got to hammer him. And I did. And that's what he was. He was 40-1 last year, and he won. Webb Simpson won here at 17 under in 2020. Ricky Fowler before that. I think that was his last victory. Gary Woodland in 2018. And then Hideki Matsuyama, who's also in the field this week, won 2 years in a row, 2016 and 2017. Everybody knows Hideki has putting problems, putting woes. But what is he? He is a great ball striker, and that is one of the things that plays well on this course. So there you go.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot right now. I mean, if you said Brooks Koepka last year, looking at the top of the betting board, are you gonna bet Brooks Koepka this year at where's he at, 30-1?
I'm not. And you know what? I changed the rule a little bit, because a couple weeks ago I thought he was about the same. And I said, yeah, you hammer him. And then he failed. And I think that something's off with Brooks. I'm just not quite ready. Like last year, and we do so many of these shows that things run together. But from what I remember last year heading into this event, there were some signs that he was like, could play well. Like there was like some things that had happened in the weeks prior, some good rounds, whatever else. But I just haven't really seen much from Brooks this year. Nothing at all to tell me to bet him at that number. So I'm kind of changing my rule a little bit, where if he is at 40-1 or whatever, that I may not bet him. And this week I'm not. So
Well, the irons have been terrible. The putter's been terrible. Now, last year he had missed his last 3 cuts, but we had seen him play at the Masters in November in 2020 and finish 7th. And even with the 3 missed cuts, he was at least equal to the field or neutral or maybe slightly gaining strokes to the field in ball striking, which right now he is not. His irons are busted. The driver doesn't look good. The putter isn't as good. So all in all, I agree with you. I think it's a week to fade Brooks Koepka, your defending champion. Now, talking about guys that we do like at the top of the range, tell me who you do like in that kind of shorter 25-1 range.
Yeah, so a couple guys here that I like in this range. I think you get Hovland at 16-1. I like that number for him. The guy has just been absolutely fantastic lately. And if you're not paying attention to what's going on overseas, he's won overseas. Okay. So he hasn't been playing any PGA Tour events recently, but the guy has been playing fantastic overseas. So I do like Victor Hovland there at 16-1. Also, another guy that I like here is Scotty Sheffler. He's at 22-1. I think that's a good number for him. Big fan of Scotty Sheffler. So I will take him at that number. And then I also like Xander Schauffele at 20-1. Now he's coming from overseas, just didn't play great last week, but it was really one bad round that kind of screwed him up. He's finished second here before. So I do like Xander also at 20-1. So there you go.
I love the Hovland call. The one guy up here that I like aside from Hovland, because I don't know that I want to bet Xander, who doesn't typically win on U.S. soil or on full field events, and is also traveling from Saudi Arabia after finishing T18. I think I'd rather have Hideki, a 2-time winner on this golf course, who's played great since he won the Masters, also won in the fall swing. He's at 14-1. I think if it gets any shorter than that, I'm probably staying away because I don't typically bet those kind of guys, those kind of numbers. But 14-1 or longer on Hideki, I'll take it. That's it for me. And like I said, agree completely with the Victor Hovland call. Now, as we get into the shorter numbers on DraftKings, this kind of mid-tier range, I love 2 guys here, Taylor Gooch and Luke List. Now, I just hit Luke List on this very show a couple weeks ago at 75-1. Hope you tailed that one. Listen, Luke plays great at this place. He fits this place. I think this tends to lean towards the Bombers, which Luke List is. And we've seen really poor putters win here, which Luke List also is. Although he's told us that he's had a new revelation, if you will, with a putting coach. He's at 60-1. I think you ride the hot form with Luke List. And Taylor Gooch at 50-1. Now, Gooch has not played well here before, but as I said on the DFS show that we just had, the Gooch has been transformed, right? He's not the same player as he's been in the last 3 years. The ball striking is there. If I said to you, Taylor Gooch, is he a course fit or is he not for a place like TPC Scottsdale? You would say, yes, he is. And I think he is at 50-1, and he's a recent PGA Tour winner as well. So those 2 guys for me are the last 2 kind of in that sub 100-1 range.
Okay. All right. Well, we know you're going to play Luke List. You've got to. There's no way you can't. There's no way you can't play Luke
West
List.
Coast swing, Scottsdale area, for sure. Yeah, I'm going to play him.
So I'm with you there. For me, I'll say that there's a few guys in here going up to 100-1. By the way, in the last 10 years, and you may have just mentioned this and I tuned out, but there has not been a winner over 100-1. So you typically at this event, and look at the field. It's a fantastic field this week. We're probably going to get somebody in the mid-range, maybe could be a little bit more of a long shot, but we're not really seeing that with, if you just look at the last 10 years of victories here. So, but a couple more that I do like, Harold Varner III just coming off of his win at Saudi. I like him at 50-1. He plays well here. Typically he's an aggressive player. Whatever on the travel thing. I hear you. Everybody's blah, 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 travel. That makes people suck at golf apparently when they have to travel. Never mind the fact that these guys travel it's
a 24-hour trip. So
never mind the fact that these guys travel like 30 weeks of the year, 40 weeks of the year if they're playing most tour events, but whatever. So I do like HV3. Another one that I like Max Homa. You can get Max Homa at, right around, he's at 70-1. I think that's a good number for him. So fan of Max Homa this week. A couple more that I will give you here. I like Tony Finau. You hate Tony Finau, but I like Tony Finau.
I don't like it.
At 35-1, I think that's it's a good number. 35-1.
It's
Tony
not.
Finau.
It's not that great of a number.
Why do you hate Tony Finau so much?
I mean,
you have a picture with Tony Finau at his event a few years ago. You hate Tony Finau. You hate him.
Listen, I love Tony Finau as a person.
He's a great
and as a golfer, but he's not played well here other than 1 year. Okay. And he looks kind of busted and ratchet right now. He's not playing great. So I'm out. I'm not doing it.
Did you mention Keith Mitchell?
No, I let that for you. I agree with Keith Mitchell.
I love Keith Mitchell. 70-1. He is shortened up. Just like, I feel like he's the one player that I looked at early on that, like, I want to say he was like 100-1 or on.
He was 130-1 on Monday morning. He went from 130-1 to 110-1, then to 90-1. Now he's 70-1.
So,
which I don't know if you. I
still like him at 70-1. I like him a whole lot better at 130-1.
If you're an NFL bettor that like gets a chub for betting 4-1, then you're gonna love Keith Mitchell at 70-1. But he was 130-1 just a couple hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever that means.
So there you go. That's who I like leading up to the 100-1 area.
Okay. Well, I don't. Historically, this has been an event where the shorter odds or kind of mid-range guys have won. This is a stacked field. A lot of good players, a lot of big names here. So I don't know that I'll have a ton in this range, but I'll give you a few. The first one at 100-1 is Francesco Molinari. Hits a lot of fairways, hits a lot of greens. He's got a couple good finishes here. Played well recently. I'll go Francesco. And then I'll go Russell Knox at 150-1. Another guy who's played decent here. PGA Tour winner. Hits a lot of fairways, hits a lot of greens. Molinari and Knox, both kind of your short knocker types, but hit a lot of greens and reg. And that's important here at TPC Scottsdale. And then finally at 200-1, it's a bomb. But listen, he just won 3 weeks ago at 250-1, Hudson Swafford. And here he is at 200-1. Now, if you don't like that, he's 6-1 as a top 20. But I mean, Hudson Swafford is a great total driver of the ball. Hits it long, hits it straight. He's got a T9 here just a couple of years ago. Kind of mixed bag other years, but it doesn't, I mean, he's riding confident. He's riding hot right now, coming off the win at the American Express. That on this very show, I gave him to you at 250-1. He's 200-1, and he won 3 weeks ago. Like, that's insane. He's confident, he's in good form, and he's coming to a course that he's at least had a top 10 finish in the last 2 years. 200-1, Hudson Swafford. That's it for me.
Okay. All right. Well, I like it. I'll give you a couple more, and then I'm out. Adam Hadwin is at 130-1. I think that's just way too long for Adam Hadwin. The guy's
I don't mind Hadwin. I don't mind.
Guy has won on tour. He's a great ball striker. He's a good putter.
Is he too nice to win here? He's a Canadian. If this is a place where grown men dress as like Cookie Monster and chug beers and girls flash.
He should embrace it. Wear like a Canadian hockey jersey on 16 or something. Like I don't know. Like there's all kinds of things that he could do. But I do like Hadwin, and I think that number is just a little bit too long for him. It's not like he's been that bad. I mean, Hadwin has played well recently, and he's played pretty okay at this tournament. So Adam Hadwin at 130-1, and then my boy Windham Clark. I love Windham Clark. Long off the tee. Yeah. Pretty good putter. I think Windham Clark is he's my man this week. He's my long shot.
Oh God, and that's scary.
He's my man.
I like him too, but it is scary. Windham Clark chalk week is scary.
Yeah, he's 150-1. But I would think, like, I don't know, like he's top 10 in the fielding driving distance.
Yeah, he's a bomber. He's a Scottsdale.
And I just felt like he's never been a great putter, but actually he is. Like in my mind, I think of him as
he's one of the best putters on tour within like 10 feet.
That's what I'm saying. But like something about it. Like, I feel like he should win more if he's such a good putter. Like, it's not that I know he's a good putter, but he should win more.
His irons are trash, and the PGA Tour is about iron play. It's about stroke.
Well, we got big greens. Maybe he's going to drop a lot of bombs this week. DB.
Big greens. You know what they say about big greens?
They're easy to hit.
Yeah. I'll give you one more bonus play because it's Super Bowl weekend. I got a little two-way parlay for you. Luke List top 20, I think, is one of the best top 20s. One of the best numbers out there. With a Jamar Chase anytime touchdown hits at plus 520. So
that's pretty good.
You know,
Jamar Chase is going to score a touchdown. There's no way he does not score a touchdown.
I mean, they're going to have to throw. You're gonna have List finishing up at like 6 p.m. You know, he's not gonna win, but he's gonna finish at like, he's gonna finish at like 6 p.m. in Scottsdale with a top 20, and then you're gonna have Jamar Chase with TD, and you got plus 520. I like that.
I tell you what I like, and I don't know what the numbers are because you'd have to put it in for me. But if you take the Luke List play and then you pair it with one of the tight ends from Cincinnati, so CJ Uzoma or whoever plays, is Tyler Higbee play? Is he healthy? For like one of those tight ends is going to score a touchdown, I think, in the Super Bowl. And then you pair it up, you're probably going to get 15 to 20 to 1 odds.
I ain't get 20 to 1, but you might get, that's a bomb. That's a bomb. Yeah. Okay. Nice. There you go. DK After Dark, TJ After Dark, presented by DK Sportsbook. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a comment. Tell us who you think's going to win. Tell us who you like in the Super Bowl. You got a little combo? Like, give us a Waste Management Super Bowl combo.
Love it.
Two-way parlay. Those are easy. Those are fun. They're great to do. And we'll be back next week, every week of the 2022 PGA Tour season. May your screens be green. Have a great week. See ya.